great pleasure to say a few words tonight about a man well known to all of us. A colleague once referred to him as the Mick Jagger of heart surgery. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Leslie, and I am Dr. C.D. Williams' longest running wife so far. Although a surprise to him, I'm here to venerate my husband's colossal career. According to Aristotle, the hand is the tool of tools. There are many descriptors that accurately describe the attributes of the hands: strength, power, protection, generosity, hospitality, and stability. Hands can harm, hands can heal. They are used in caregiving and to caress our loved ones. Hands are what delivered us into this world, and hopefully, hands of a loved one will be felt upon us when we pass. No other creature has hands that can manipulate objects like human hands. Did you know that 1/4 of all bones in your body are found in your hands? 29 bones, 29 joints, 34 muscles, 48 nerves and branches, and 30 arteries and branches. It's impressive. And certainly, we all know the significance of the fingerprint. It has been written that Julius Caesar ordered the thumbs of captured warriors to be amputated, so when they returned to their home country, they would serve as examples and be unable to bear arms. It has also been written that in many countries today, the wedding ring is worn on the left ring finger because the ancient Romans believed that the vena amoris, or the vein of love, in that finger was directly connected to the heart. Now, although I could speak for hours marveling C.D. Williams's brain, which, by the way, is what I fell in love with, I'll share just a few facts authenticating his brilliance. By the time he was 3 years old, he would name every capital of every country in the world. After being tested for reading capability, he started school in the 2nd grade and began tutoring reading to children of all ages. He would have graduated valedictorian of his class if it were not for his principal, who gave him an F in study hall for never attending. C.D. simply said, "I didn't need to study." As fate would have it, said principal suddenly needed heart surgery a few years ago. And guess who he asked for? C.D. operated on him, and he did well. Good thing the former student didn't hold a grudge. 15 years of education after high school was mandatory before he could start his practice in Fort Worth. And although he exited the gate a star in the knowledge and skill set required of him as a cardiothoracic surgeon, what set him apart from others was his bedside manner, focus, and compassion for his patients. He first likes to get them to laugh, and then he begins to touch them, feeling a pulse, rubbing their feet or legs. On some level, it is part of his assessment, but it is much, much more than that. He learned long ago how patients reacted to his touch and how restorative and reassuring it was to them. And can you believe that he still makes house calls? I heard someone once say to him, "C.D., you are a real throwback." And I knew exactly what they meant by that. It's true. He is a throwback. C.D. also came to Little Rock in 1976 to start a practice in his home state. After a short time, the great Dr. Denton Cooley from Houston, Texas, called to say he had heard that there was a new hotshot heart surgeon in Little Rock, after inquiring why he was no longer getting referrals from Arkansas. Drs. Denton Cooley and C.D. Williams would go on to confer about many cases in the years to follow. With CD came arterial line blood pressure monitoring, a new phenomenon for Little Rock. Previously, all intra and post-op surgical care was monitored with a blood pressure cuff. Also with CD came the use of pericardial drains to more closely monitor bleeding around the heart, and the S-curve cut of the sternum, which renders more stability as it heals. It really is safe to say that C.D. Williams blew into town and turned heart surgery in Little Rock into the enormous business for all area hospitals. In addition to starting the heart surgery program in Fort Worth, straight out of training, he also started heart programs at St. Vincent, Baptist, Doctors Hospital, and of course, the Arkansas Heart Hospital, the place he now calls home. He taught professionals like perfusionists, anesthesiologists, and RNs exactly how to care for these types of patients. I've heard many stories of how C.D. would camp out at the bedside in CVICU, making sure that his patient was not only going to make it, but that they would, as he says, sail through it by getting the very best of care. This brain-hand connection I've been referring to is what has made C.D. Williams an unyielding, meticulous, benevolent champion in the surgical arena. If we only knew the number of patients C.D. has mended in his 43-year career, I'm sure our minds would struggle to comprehend the many lives changed because of the skill, knowledge, and genuine caring that he utilizes with every patient that is fortunate enough to be in his care. The Arkansas Heart Hospital opened in 1997. C.D. did his first case there on March 6th of that year. To date, just over the last 21 years, C.D.'s cases total 10,760. How many CABs? 6,115. How many valves? 1,629. How many vascular surgeries? 1,786. And how many general surgery cases? 1,226. And the Mick Jagger of heart surgery continues to work his magic. In closing, and with an abundance of love and admiration and pride, I would like to present to the Arkansas Heart Hospital a giclée of a painting commissioned by me, wife number 6, and so beautifully painted by Dot Brandt, wife number 2, of Dr. C.D. Williams' most accomplished hands. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it.
Dr. Williams, would you like to? I'm going to call you up later, but if you want to come up and say a couple words, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Williams.
Thanks for the ovation and the standing. I'm glad everybody can still do it. There's times I wonder. It's easy to play tricks on an old man, I guess. I didn't see this coming, but it did make me tired to hear all those numbers. Anyway, Leslie is an amazing woman and was an amazing nurse when she was at the bedside. Unfortunately, she couldn't handle all the jobs I gave her, so she had to retire from nursing. But the Heart Hospital has kept me in practice, and it still does. I love the place, and it feels like home to me. Anyway, thank you for the award.